Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Tuesday afternoon. Welcome into the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I'm Andy Graham. Alongside Jim Hardy, we'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Again, SEC Media Days going on this week in Tampa, Florida. Kirby Smart took the podium at about 8:45, and then Alex Golesh went up about 10:35, and I thought he did a very good job. Loved what he had to say. We talked about that, what our expectations were yesterday. I think he fulfilled those. I think he I didn't think he said anything that I didn't expect him to say, other than one statement. I'll say, Jim, and we can talk about this later, or we can talk about this kind of expand on it. But I love to hear him say when he was talking about, I think he was asked several times about expectations. Mm-hmm. What are your real expectations for year one? And he started talking about all the things that the coaching staff needed to do and the team needed to do and all these, and he, expanded on it. But it was just kind of a throwaway statement, but he said, we're plenty talented enough to win every game on our schedule. Talent's not an issue. That's the words of Alex Golesh.
Pretty strong statement. As
far as he sees it.
Right.
He says, we're plenty talented enough to win every game on their schedule. So, I love to hear that. Do you believe that?
In places, yes. In positions, yes. But not all, the whole team, no.
All right. Now, that could mean, you're and I've said this, I think, in recent, several years, being in the recent past, that maybe the top 22 are about as talented as anybody else.
Sure.
It's just the depth it's not been there.
Right.
And that, those two statements can both be true at the same time. So, but we'll get to, a lot of what Coach Golesh said and break that down and talk about that. Love to hear from you what your thoughts are. What did you think of Alex Golesh? What did you think of the questions that were asked? Were they fair? Were you impressed by any? What caught your ear or caught your eye the most? 256-234-6221 is our number. Give us a call. We'd love to hear from you, or you can, of course, as always, dial us up on the YouTube or Facebook page, and we'll get to as many of those. He did come out with an injury list. Of course, a lot of guys were banged up in the spring, but it looks like pretty much everybody's healthy, and except for one guy. I think Devin Williams, unfortunately, has had it's kind of a run of, I think, bad fortune. He will miss the season, kind of a backup defensive back. But all the guys that I think that we were counting on and hoping to get well, guys like Stanton Rammel, guys like DeMarcus Riddick, Champ Anthony, those guys have all been cleared. They're expecting to play and get be full go in fall practice. Maybe a little bit slow in the beginning. You might want to just be smart with it, I'm sure. But that's all really good to hear. A guy that I think I brought this up not too long ago, Deshaun Womack, about there was a little bit thing. There was an arrest back in June.
That's right.
And nobody really talked a whole lot about it. And I didn't really know that much about it. And I'd be honest with you, I don't even know what reckless endangerment charges are. What does that even mean?
Well, I mean, I guess.
Is that driving 100 miles an hour?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess because they made it such a what do they call it in painting terms, such a broad brush there, is it covers a lot of things. I mean, reckless endangerment, I picture it as you're just going down the road and don't give a damn about the other drivers or the other people or, citizens walking down the street. You don't really care. You're going to go where you want to go.
Yeah.
He must have.
Was it an automobile issue?
Right. He must have not been paying attention, that he almost run over somebody on a curb or he almost run into another car or run a red light. Or I mean, that's a broad brush.
Now, I've heard of reckless endangerment of a child.
Right.
And that's kind of a serious thing.
Sure.
I mean, but that involves that could be, you left your child in
the car at 100 degrees.
Car at 100 degrees, or you weren't paying attention. They're walking around in the street or something.
Yeah.
But just reckless endangerment, maybe that just rises to the level of he was going 120 miles an hour down the interstate. I don't know, but Alex Golish says he has already handled the discipline part of it, and that was handled internally, which is really a Nick Saban thing to say, right?
Yeah.
But he does also have a court date on August 13th. And he said, we got to let the legal process, we got to let the legal system and that part of it play out. So I don't know what to that.
If he's got a court date, then that means something was of significance happened.
Yeah.
That they felt like, you could have been crossing the road and they felt like you almost got run over, Something that they want to get his attention as the law and correct and say, hey, bud, you need to do this right.
So it's not one of these ultra serious.
Yeah.
I don't want to minimize it, but it's not like
I don't think you're about to hear him miss the season because he went to jail.
Yeah, I don't think this is a threat of him going to jail.
Yeah, I think you'll probably get some what do they call that, traffic school or something where you got to go learn how to drive again.
Or maybe he just needs to transfer to Georgia.
Well,
that seems to be,
their judicial system lets you get away with anything you want.
Apparently, you can drive any speed. It's like the Autobahn in Athens. I didn't really realize that. Nonetheless, Deshaun Womack, who's expected to be a pretty big piece in this Auburn defensive line. Alex Golish says they have already handled the punishment part of this indiscretion. So hopefully it'll all be taken care of August 13th. And isn't it funny how big-time college athletes, things seem to get taken care of.
Seem to just
They just seem to go away.
That's right.
And it's funny how that happens, but nonetheless. All right, again, we will continue on with our Ask AG segment as well today, and love for your participation in all of this. 256-234-6221. Talking about Alex Golish at SEC Media Days today. I said, I thought you'd hear the word elite. Elite, quite a minute. I heard it 3 times.
Really?
I heard it 3 times.
Okay.
We took twice in his talk. In his, I guess it was probably 10 or 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And then once when he was answering a question.
Okay.
But only 3 times. I was expecting to hear more of that. The word of the day, though, did you know what it was?
Identity.
That was the word of the day.
Yep.
Identity. And that he just kept hammering that over and over and over and over again. And that was the answer to the question, what is your expectation for year one? And it's, have we established an identity? If we have established an identity and people know, and he'll love the fact that he used the word violent. We want to be a physical and violent football team. And he even doubled down on it and said, that was not a misspeak. I mean violent football team. then that will be a successful first year. That's music to my ears.
I do like the identity part. Now, quantify that for me and tell me what that number at the end of the year looks like. And if we've gone 5-7, is that your identity that nothing's changed? If you go 7-5, have you developed an identity that those other 5 you lost were close games and you go, okay, we can sell this on a recruiting trail, we're close?
That's a good question. And I don't think all 5 and 7, just like I don't think all, 11 and 1 seasons are the same. I don't think all 5 and 7 seasons are the same.
Sure. Well, I mean, look at the one you just had last year.
Yeah.
You had a stretch there about 4 games in a row. You lost by a touchdown to some of the best in the SEC.
Yeah.
But nobody's going to look at that. They're going to look at 5 and 7, and you suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but part of that too is consistency.
Sure.
So you can look at it and say, okay, well, you dominated Georgia for a half, and then you got dominated. Something bad happened. You didn't get a call that you thought you should have gotten. And then you just let Georgia dominate you in the second half, and they go on and win by 10 points.
Oh, yeah.
But you could say, okay, well, we played with Georgia. We dominated Georgia for a half. Well, there's something to that, and you can take something from that. But you also look in the same season, you lost 10-3 at home to Kentucky.
Yeah.
So just that part of having an identity is being consistent.
That's correct.
That is the whole point of an identity, is that's consistency. So we hadn't had it.
Hugh Freeze's identity is I couldn't make any changes during the game.
Right.
If it was going bad, it went.
And if they were changes, they were wrong changes. The wrong changes. All right, we got to take our first break here, but don't go anywhere. More to come right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking for hometown service and name brands you can trust? Come to Presley Appliance and Furniture. From the best choice in appliances from Whirlpool, Maytag, Amana, and KitchenAid to home furnishings, Presley's is your one-stop shop for comfort and quality. And now we've added the Mattress Shop by Serta Simmons Bedding and top quality sheets and pillows from Caraloha. Shop Presley Appliance and Furniture on Cherokee Road in Alex City or online at PresleyAppliance.com. That's PresleyAppliance.com.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Burner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious one-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best-kept secret, 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Celebrate America's 250th all month long at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika. During the month of July, with every new or used vehicle purchase, you'll receive a beautiful embroidered American flag kit for your home. Our way of helping you proudly celebrate. We have over 500 vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery. You'll find the biggest discounts and a great selection. Visit Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika today. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by the Glenda Mitchell Law Firm for all your personal injury needs. Whatever the situation might be, if you find yourself in need of some legal advice or some legal representation, Glenda Mitchell and her law firm can help you out with all your personal injury needs. 334-604-7927. And J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big, no job is too small, commercial or residential. For all your needs, give them a call today. That is J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. 334-531-0199. All right, got some comments flowing through here, and then we'll get to our next segment. But Patrick says, at least we don't have to worry about a package anymore. Patrick, you know how much I hate the package. So, yes, absolutely. I think we're going to get some straightforward, competent coaching. Well, at least that's what I'm hoping for.
Here in the next AG segment, Patrick will be quite to learn about that. There is a package.
I'll say that'll.
But it's maybe not the package he's thinking about.
Maybe not, but as they say, not all packages are created the same as well. Patrick also says Golish is the coach we need. I don't disagree with that either. Mike says, coaches will say what you want to hear. All the coaches here at SEC Media Days are kind of giving that spiel a little bit. They're, building up their teams, and that's what they're meant to do. That's what they're supposed to do. Apparently, according to Patrick, the Deshaun Womack thing was apparently maybe evading police. Deshaun Womack, maybe he didn't want to get caught for speeding or running a stop sign or something, and maybe tried to evade. That sounds like, and maybe
it sounds like a teenager that thinks in the back of my head, my mom and my coach is going to kill me.
I think I'd just take the ticket.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody that thinks they can get away with something. John says, I take the "we are talented enough" statement as more of a mindset indicator. At this point in the season, you can't add anyone to the roster, so you can't control it. Remove it as an excuse and focus on the task at hand each week. To me, this is like Pat Dye's famous 60 Minutes answer when asked how long it will take to beat Alabama. It's a peek inside his mind, and I like it. I think that's a good point. I think that's a great take on that. I would say that going, certainly for it's a nice about face from the last couple of years when Hugh Freeze, that's all he wanted to talk about. Well, when we get the roster to where it needs to be, then we'll be able to compete and everything. Alex Goles comes in and says, we can compete if we do what we need to do, if we coach, and how we need to coach, if we have the he calls it winning in the margins.
Yeah.
That's a great way to look at it. Taking care of all the little things, being as detail-oriented as possible, and by all indications, it may be a complete facade. I don't know, but he is the most detail-oriented, prepared physically and mentally and emotionally coach we've had at Auburn in quite some time. So we'll see if it works out in year one or in the next decade. But it's going to be a lot of fun, at least this season, to figure it out. All right, Jim, continuing a segment that we started way back when, Ask AG.
That is great.
This is your...
As we all know, it's the greatest segment in sports history.
This is what they say.
Everybody sits beside their TV, radio,
yep,
and or broadcasting item they have just to wait to see what AG says. How does it feel to know that you have that kind of power over the sports
It's
media?
humbling. It's humbling.
Yeah. Well, today I have been privy to some information that some interviews that Mr. Goles gave not on the main stage in other places in the media room. So I'm going to present you with what he said.
This is at Media Days?
At Media Days,
okay.
Yes, sir. Happened this morning in two different places on two different tables. And I'm going to give you what he said on questions he was asked about and talked about that are different from what we just talked about. One of them, of which, we brought up a second ago about packages. Mm-hmm. He does believe there's a package that has to happen for his team or his team doesn't work. His offense doesn't work.
Okay.
All right, but we're not going to start with that one. We're going to start with this. When Alex Goles was asked in Media Days this morning at about 8:30, he said, they said, what is your team, if you had to describe your team in two setups, what would that be? He said, one, our offense is a portal offense, so we're put together by pieces. Mm-hmm. And he said, two, our defense is an established, as your word, elite unit. Tell us what your thoughts are on him saying that.
Well, that tells me that he feels like they're going to rely on the defense because that's the known quantity, and that there's a lot of moving parts in this offense that need to come together and gel. And, it's not about talent. It's about chemistry. It's about, he called it connected. Is the team connected?
Right.
I think that is still a big question mark, and that tells me that he feels like, look, let's pump the brakes on 500 yards a game here,
right,
and 45 points. Let's keep our expectations realistic on offense.
Mm-hmm. Well, there you go.
All right. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more right after this.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
At Southern Union State Community College, success isn't a solo journey. It's powered by something bigger. A herd of faculty, mentors, industry partners, and a community committed to helping you move forward. Whether you're earning a degree that prepares you for immediate entry into the workforce, transferring to a university, or learning a new skill, Southern Union helps you find your strength and run with it. Herd powered, performance driven. Southern Union State Community College. Apply today at suscc.edu.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Henderson & Coker is a premier custom general contractor located in central Alabama. With over 50 years of industry experience, Henderson & Coker has been crafting stunning custom residential and commercial spaces for families and businesses throughout Alabama and Georgia. If you're in the market for a top-of-the-line luxury home or specialized commercial work, contact the experts at 256-750-7383 and check them out on the web at hendersonandcoker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. I always like to remind you about Pepper Tree Steaks and Wines. Great place to get some great food in the Montgomery or Auburn area. Go ahead and check out their website, steaksandwine.com. Just the letter N, steaksandwine.com. And they got daily lunch specials. They got a little bit of that. Well, they got different kind of deals going on each and every month. They'd love to cater your next family get-together or the next tailgate, whatever it might be. Go and check out. The food is absolutely elite. And it is wonderful people, wonderful service. That is Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine.
You gotta get us a shirt.
Yeah, on Pepper Tree in Montgomery and on East Glen in Auburn.
That may be the new thing for this fall. We bring out the elite shirt.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, back to Ask AG.
Yep.
As is, and I don't remember the gentleman's name that said about a package. Who was that brought that up on Facebook?
That's Patrick.
Patrick. All right. Well, Patrick, here's your time. When asked in the portal offense that he just described, when asked what is the most important thing that you would think that would make it go, he said, and the person interviewing him said, obviously it would be the quarterback and the center coming over and being part of it. And he said, oh no, that's not it. He said the package is the tight end room. He said we got 5 guys in there, and he said if we do not or are not able to run packages with our tight ends, meaning 2 and 3 of them on the field at the same time, our offense doesn't go. What do you think about that?
Well, not even remotely what Patrick is talking about.
I know, I just
now that makes sense. I know, you free. I'm so gun shy now because I've been burned so many times over the last 5 or 6 years. But Hugh Freeze talked about the tight end. We're going to use the tight end. Everybody talks about the tight end. I've been hearing about the tight end for a decade. Nobody, now Alex Golesh loves the tight end, wants that tight end room to be extremely productive. We go out and bring in, I think 4 or 5 different tight ends from different places. Jake Johnson from North Carolina, he was at Texas A&M, I think, eventually in the beginning. Jonathan Eccles came from, I think, South Florida. Xavier Newsom was another one. There's a couple more that I can't even remember. Ryan Gee is actually back from last year. So I hope he does use the team. I think that could be a great position. That's very interesting that he talks about how important that is to his offense in particular, that it makes everything else work.
He's made it a point that it's got to go.
That's interesting. Now, that is a far cry from, hey, we're going to start, they're going to kick off, we're going to take the ball from our own 20-yard line and drive it 14 plays down to the 3-yard line, and then we're going to put a different quarterback in because it's a package.
That's right.
That's the package that we all hate, at least me and Patrick for sure. So that as long as we stay away from that, I can deal with this with the tight ends. And let's hope that those guys that we have brought in actually pan out, because it sounds like if they don't, we might be in trouble.
Yeah. The way he put it and the way I got to listen to that is a vital, key, important piece. If we don't have 2 tight ends on the field at most of our time we're out there, then it don't go like we want it to.
Yeah.
That's scary in one way. All right, let me give you another one. Here we go. We'll do some portal talk, okay?
All right.
When asked the question about the portal and how, Alex, we know you were coming over from South Florida and how you got in, these names used specifically, Nimrod, Singleton, Brown, he went down the list of about 5 guys, Best. He's like, how do you as a coach, how did you convince all of them to come over here and be part of this program? You know what his answer was? Mm-hmm. He said, sir, I had no conversations with those kids whatsoever. He said, at the end of the day, they stayed to what they told me 2 and 3 years ago in their initial recruiting. They believed in me and wanted to be with me in the end. Can you believe they had no conversations? None.
I believe if he says that, then I believe it right now.
That's pretty strong.
I got no reason. I mean, he's been truthful up to this point, as far as I know. So that speaks volumes for him.
Because you got to know, Nimrod, Singleton, and Brown especially, probably even Best too, but especially those wide receivers and quarterback, they had other teams calling them, saying, hey, bud, we'd love to come, you play over here. And every one of them followed him.
Yeah.
That I don't know how much more you speak as a coach and a person, really, than that right there. If he's telling you the truth, no conversations whatsoever with them. We all sat here and thought, boy, he's talking to them, telling them, hey, you got to come with me. You got to do this. And he said absolutely no conversation.
I think that's, again, exactly what you said. That is a phenomenal indicator on the kind of person Alex Golesh is, the kind of coach Alex Golesh is. And, will it work out at Auburn or not? Who knows? But I don't think we made a mistake this time in hiring the guy we did.
No, he seems buttoned up. All right, here's another one. When asked, we know that you've spent time in the SEC, Coach, at Tennessee. what do you remember about that can apply to your trip to Auburn? His answer, I remember on day maybe 1 or 2 working with Coach Hype at Tennessee, he said, get ready because, your favorite word, the pass rush in the SEC is elite. And he said, I don't care what you draw up on a whiteboard on a Monday, you better get the damn ball out fast.
I saw before Golish actually took the main stage, he was on SEC Now. He was on SEC Network with Gene Chizik and Dvorak and who was the McElroy.
Okay. I need to make some changes. They need to get McElroy out.
And the chick, whoever the girl was, I can't remember.
Alyssa.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. But anyway, I'll come back and I'll respond to that quote there. All right, don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
I'm Joseph Dean with Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation in Dadeville. We are located at 16797 Highway 280, which is on the corner of 280 and 49 North. With an on-site crematory in Opelika and a cemetery in Tallapoosa County, we are a full-service funeral home. To get in touch with us, feel free to come by or call us, 256-750-0381. And for any other questions, you can visit the website at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at BamaSheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
The all-new Winter Timber is now open, located right next to the Walmart Market across from the Auburn Mall. If the outdoors is your lifestyle, Winter Timber is your new headquarters. From rifles, ammo, and hunting supplies, camo, and all the outdoor essentials, they've got it in stock and ready for you. Winter Timber is here to serve Auburn, Opelika, and the entire Lake Martin area, and they'll make the drive worth it. For the best selection and the best service in outdoor gear, one name says it all: Winter Timber, the best in outdoor needs.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Lake Martin Mobile Detailing is the #1 auto and boat detailing company in Central Alabama. Don't trust your vehicle or boat to just anybody. Hire the professionals. Top-of-the-line ceramic coating, detailing, gel coat restoration, and paint correction. gives you the options to take care of your boat or vehicle the right way. Located on Highway 63, just about 2 miles from Highway 280 in Alexander City, Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have you riding in style. Call them today at 256-794-2328.
During Dixie Electric Plumbing and Air Jurassic Challenge, replace your system by July 31st, and you could win up to $2,500 back for the oldest HVAC system or $1,000 for the oldest water heater. Call Dixie and it's done.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you. Only a couple more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Clark Lee, probably still on the stage right now. And Shane Beamer a little bit later today at 1:55. But we were talking about Alex Golesh and a lot of things that he had to say. As we left off in the previous segment, we were talking about Alex Golesh. What was the quote that he had?
Which one were we on? The elite pass rush?
Yeah.
That's what he was talking about.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I saw him. He was on, SEC Network before he even took the main stage, and this may be probably in between a couple of those interviews that he was doing in the smaller rooms. But that was one of the things that he mentioned. And he was talking about, I think one of them asked him about his offense and how being adaptable, or how you have to be adaptable in the SEC, or what did you learn being as an offensive coordinator in the SEC? And he talked about that and talked about how, any level of football that you're at, the same, things, the same ingredients, provide winning football. Mm-hmm. I mean, you still do the same things you do, but he said in the SEC, it's the line of scrimmage, and that's what, that's not novel. I mean, everybody understands. Most people understand that, but for somebody that's coming from that maybe has never coached there, you really can't explain. You can say it, but until you experience it, the difference in the size and the speed. And he said, I don't think I've ever heard it said that way. He said, but the guys on the defensive line, when you're an offensive coordinator, he said, those are the biggest, strongest, fastest human beings on the planet. And they are trying to basically kill you every play. So that is a challenge.
Sure.
And it is a whole different kind of challenge. It's even different than it is in Big Ten. Big Ten, the very top of the Big Ten, they've got some great defensive linemen. They've got some great offensive linemen. But in the SEC, there's great defensive line. There's 4 or 5 great defensive linemen on every team of the top 10 teams in the league. There's great offensive linemen across the board. So it is just as a unit, it is completely different. And it's hard to, really explain that or understand that unless you've actually experienced it. And he has. And that's a good thing because he knows what it looks like, and he knows what he's got to do in order to be successful.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me shoot you another one. When asked, does your roster have a jump start from bringing over these 40 or so players that you integrated into your, new team? His answer was only the quarterback and the center, because I can do things and have conversations with them at an elite level, that's your word, because we already understand each other and we know what we're looking at. He said, other than that, everyone else in the room has to learn how to, as you've already brought up, how to adapt.
Okay. So the quarterback and the center.
Yep, that's what he said.
They are the only two that
he feels like that they can go out there on a daily basis at practice and look at something. The center could see something and go, hey, coach, we need to shift the line this way. Or the quarterback sees it, hey, coach, the wide receiver ain't lined up like we want it. He feels like they've had so many snaps together that they're like having, basically in my mind, cutting through all the garbage, the coach talk, I call it. He's basically saying, I got two little coaches on the field right there. They can see some things that I can't, that I can't, but then they tell me, we got it.
Well, them coming from South Florida to the SEC, it will be somewhat of a shock. It will be an adjustment to all those guys, no doubt, but they might not rise to the level of what he's talking about with Byron Brown and Cole Best. But their effect on the entire Auburn team is like, okay, this is what Coach Golis expects. This is the way we're going to do things. This is, how this system works. This is what we're trying to accomplish using this formation or this concept. Those kind of things I think are invaluable as far as their input on Auburn's team. They still have an adjustment to make, and he recognizes that, and I think that's probably a good thing.
All right. Well, now here's to go right along with our segment, Ask AG. Mm-hmm. This is what the other coaches do. Is his name has been referred to, or his letters several times in interviews, as AG.
Yeah.
They said, when asked, he said, Coach AG, when you're new to this, new as a head coach, only a few years at South Florida, but none in the SEC, who are you going to rely on? Is there anybody in that building you talk to? Because we know you're not to the level that you want to be just yet. He said it was invaluable to have Coach Durkin because he's been a head coach. He's been in the SEC forever. He said, I can bounce ideas off of him. He said then he started bringing up lists of names, so you can tell me if any of them resonate with you. He said, Larry Scott has been a big help to me. He says, AG, he said, he's one that'll sit me down and say, AG, you're about to screw this up. Do it right. He said, and I'm willing to listen to these guys because Larry Scott has been a head coach at Howard University. Larry Scott has been an OC before. He said, Larry Scott has been at Florida, Miami, Illinois. He started naming, experience there. Tim Banks, he brought up. Illinois and Tennessee with Golis. He said, Larry Porter steps in. Larry Porter's been in the SEC forever. He knows how to answer questions. Cody Burns has been at Auburn 4 times. He said Cole Hudson, been with Jeff Lebby for the last 2 years, that runs a similar offense to us. He said, so if you don't think that they can't come to me and say, Coach AG, you're screwing this up, and I don't listen, he said, I'm going to listen. He said, I know at the end of the day it falls on me. I can get fired if we don't make the result. He said, but I'm going to listen to these guys.
And we got to take a break. I'll come back and we'll close the show, and I'll respond to that last one. That was pretty good. All right, don't go anywhere. One final segment on the way right after this.
At Central Alabama Community College, we provide a quality education that will set you up for success. Whether you're pursuing a degree or advancing your career with technical training, TAC offers premier programs at 4 campuses in Alexander City, Childersburg, Prattville, and Talladega. From industrial, electronics to machining, our students are prepared for the workforce or further education. At CAC, you'll enjoy vibrant campus life, exciting athletics, and personalized support, all at an affordable price. Your future starts here at CAC. Apply today.
Visit our new locations in Gadsden and Oxford today.
Bundle your home and auto and save money with State Farm's personal price plan. Contact State Farm agent Ron Carroll today at 256-378-6631 or visit him on Highway 280 in Childersburg. Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer availability. Eligibility may vary.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare. Serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
SignSource is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and Jim here with you, the final segment of the show today. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. Speaking of that last, what we talked about in the previous segment, we talked so much about chemistry in the football team and, the chemistry of the offensive line. And there needs to be some chemistry from the offense and the defense. I mean, you can have a divided locker room if you're not careful. All those kind of things. But I think one of the aspects of chemistry we don't talk about maybe enough is the chemistry of the coaching staff. And those guys have got – Auburn has had – my goodness, in the Brian Harsin era, that staff hated each other. I go back to – when Tommy Turville hired Tony Franklin, they hated each other.
Oh, yeah.
That staff didn't want Tony Franklin. They didn't trust him. They didn't think he was a good coach. He didn't want to be there by the end of it and wasn't. So it was just a disaster. So that was a really, really close-knit staff, too, that Turville staff. The coaching staff has to have some chemistry as well. And that was one of the things, and I'm not sure, but listening to Alex Gullish talk about it and listening to what you just said with what, his comments, DJ Durkin wanted this job. Okay, he was the interim coach there at the end of last year. He did a fair job, and there's no question that he wanted this job. But we went in a different direction. The fact that and it's one thing to say, okay, I'm going to put my ego aside and just say the words and come back and be Auburn's DC. But, Kevin Steele, it was like, everything's just fine. And then I hear behind, I don't know if this is 100% true, but it sounds like it because he clearly wanted a head coaching job at Auburn too. But it sounded like, and, the rumors were that he was, engineering all the time to take, to get Gus fired and for him to take over. So there's that. And from everything that I know about DJ Durkin, he's not that kind of guy. And if he says, hey, look, I feel like, this is where I want to be, this is where I need to be, and I can check my ego and become the DC. And if that happens, and he and Alex Golesh can have a truly, symbiotic relationship here, and with the rest of the staff, then I think Auburn's in business this year.
Well,
but I wonder if that's it. Could I do that? Is that possible?
Well, quickly, that's one of the things he brought up, too, when he was all those names I just discussed. He brought up about DJ. He said, I've been knowing DJ since I was in college. He said, I also know Von Trail that these kids want to play for. I recruited him at Illinois when I was there. He said, so I can't think of two better human beings on the planet, He said, and I want them on my staff.
So we'll find out, and you can't hide it. No. You can mask it for a little while, but you can't hide it in the end. If you don't like each other, it's not going to work. So maybe we'll find out how much chemistry there is in that coaching staff for sure. All right, quickly, we just got a couple of minutes left. July the 21st today. Happy birthday, Sarah Carter, one of the original Carter family.
Okay.
Born in the state in 1898. Died in 1979. Okay. Don Knotts, one of the funniest guys ever. Barney Fife.
Oh, yeah.
Born in the state in 1924. Bob Orton Sr., wrestler, father of Randy Orton. Born in the state in 1929. Robin Williams, very funny man.
That was one of the special ones.
Mork from Mork.
Yeah.
Born in the state in 19. Patch Adams, if you prefer.
I do prefer Patch.
Okay. I've never seen that movie. Pretty good.
You need to watch it.
Okay.
Yes.
1951, real guy, by the way.
Patch is a real guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
1951 to 2014. Unfortunately, he left this world a little too soon, I think. John Lovitz, very funny guy. Yeah, that's the ticket. Saturday Night Live, very funny. Lance Guest, born in this day, 1960. Have you ever seen The Last Starfighter?
No.
Have you ever seen Jaws 4?
No.
Have you ever seen Halloween 2?
Yes.
Okay, he is the guy that actually survives with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Really?
He's the not the orderly. He's like an ambulance guy, Slips, falls in a pool of blood, and you've seen Halloween 2, but you've never seen Jaws 4 or The Last Starfighter.
I saw the first couple of Jaws, and I was just kind of like, they're all the same.
Yeah. No, they're not. The first one is maybe the greatest movie of all time. The second, third, and fourth one are garbage. But the second one's not garbage, but the third and fourth are garbage. Henry Ellard, wide receiver in the NFL, very good for many, many years. Brandy Chastain, who doesn't remember taking off the jersey in the sports bra when they won the World Cup?
Made women's soccer famous.
I think you're correct. Was that the Olympics or was that the World Cup? I think it's the World Cup. Yeah, I think you're right. Allie Landry, known as the Doritos girl. Yeah. Many Super Bowl commercials, if I recall, 1973. She was born. She was going to get married to A.C. Slater. I don't know whatever his name is. Mario Lopez.
Yeah.
But apparently he cheated on her at his bachelor party. What a moron. But anyway, I digress. Paul Casey, golfer, born in the state in 1977. David Carr, decent NFL quarterback, was for the Raiders. I don't know if he still is or not. 1979. And CeCe Sabathia, Hall of Fame pitcher with the Indians and the Yankees, born on this day, 1980. CeCe Sabathia was born. All right, that's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He is Jim. I'm Andy. It's all for now. We'll talk again soon.